John, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. So this summer, Ben and I biked 430 miles through the Colorado, central Colorado, on the bicycle tour of Colorado. We went with 3 other friends. We spent 32 hours in our bike saddle, and we gained 24,000 feet of elevation over this bike ride. We crossed the Continental Divide 6 times. So you must be thinking that I'm some amazing rock star cyclist, aren't you? Well, actually, my company is the amazing people because they have done 30 Ironmans between Ironman triathlons between the other 4 people that I went with. And then there's me.
Mike just told me yesterday that his idea of fun is if you think it sucks, he'll love it.
Yeah, that's what they get off on.
That's
so then there's
friends.
me. So on this journey, we obviously learned a lot. I feel like I probably had a different experience than them because they are such, seasoned, awesome cyclists. So we're going to talk today a little bit about our experience in the Rockies, and rather than taking you through every single day of our ride, we're going to instead just focus on the things that we learned while we were riding Colorado.
I was supposed to say that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. So, lessons learned, right? The very first thing, if you can convince your wife into riding 430 miles with you in the Colorado Rockies, you might end up on stage at Sanchez, which is cool because this is my thing, really.
Yeah.
It's not. So the first thing you got to do is you got to trick her into going. So you find a girlfriend, you have her send her a text, and you say, hey, let's do this thing. And then it's her idea, right? Guys got it? Next thing that you don't do is buy a guidebook, hand it to her in the car on the way to Pecha Kucha? We're here, and give it to her on the way here, and she ends up bawling in the seat next to you.
Yeah, on the way here last time, this is what I read. If you're not a climber, you're about to get schooled because the road immediately becomes a steep, consistent ramp for about a mile, after which it backs off slightly. At mile 49, the curves get sharp, and at a couple of spots, there's barely room for 2 vehicles to pass. If you're heading uphill, I suggest riding in the middle of the road and only moving over for oncoming traffic. Why? Because I've seen motorists lose their side view mirrors to an oncoming car. If you get caught in this situation, it's lights out for you, not the car. Yeah, so I'm thinking, all right, I've got 2 kids. What the hell am I doing? Going to Colorado, getting clipped by cars, going downhill. So.
All right, so the next thing, you can be a total badass in Michigan, thinking you can ride up any hill. You go out to Colorado and you are in for a new story. We're talking 3 to 4 hours straight of climbing up this mountain at 3, 4, 5, 6 miles an hour.
No exaggeration.
We had to invent games to play with each other using the alphabet, favorite food, favorite girl's name. And we just did this, which is nice because you could talk, but at the same time, like nothing you'd ever experienced. Then on the way down, the best part, roller coasters for grown-ups. I'm not even kidding you. 54 miles an hour at one point. She hates me. Something about vegetables and kids.
Yeah, I can't take care of kids and a vegetable husband, so you gotta slow down. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm like hammering the brakes, like 20, maybe. Yeah. So, and you know what happens when you ride those crazy up and down hills is you get blisters in some really uncomfortable places, like your undercarriage. And I'm not talking about the undercarriage of your bike. So, yeah, my festering wound we named Priscilla at first, but after a couple days, her name changed to Puscilla, thanks to the location on my body. So we kind of gave Puscilla an identity, and we would talk about her. And this, actually, a lot of the cyclists were like, okay, well, we're going to open up about our festering chamois wounds if you're going to be open about it. So everyone started talking about their uncomfortable blisters and their bits and pieces. And in fact, Puscilla even had a limerick written about her, and it goes like this. And I'm sorry, Northview High School students, but I'm going to swear. I'm going to say the F word. All right? On a long ride from Hotchkiss, Kari was in her riding bliss. Then out from her seat, Puscilla did creep and said, where the fuck is the finish?
So day 4, we'd been riding for 4 days straight. Puscilla was in rare form. It turned into, what was it called? Hell?
Hell. It was hell.
Yeah. So we're halfway up this mountain. The road had been closed the week before. They filled it in with gravel, Colorado gravel, which is stones the size of potatoes with a few sand grains mixed in. We rode up this thing for 30 miles straight. It felt like somebody was kicking you in the taint for about 10,000 kicks in a row. We're going to reenact the day. What's wrong, dear?
I hate this trip.
I'm so sorry I brought you here.
You should be. Why'd you take me on this horrible vacation?
That was it. About 4 more times. So
That's a picture.
that's no joke. So we recovered, took a rest day, and here we are.
Yes, it got much better. So one thing we didn't account for, I'm backing up a slide, going off schedule here. All right, was the extreme conditions. So we'd wake up in the morning. We were tent camping in between every single day of riding. We were there for 6 days, or 6 days of riding, 7 days total. So it was cold. We'd wake up, it was 40. You have to bundle all up. Then 2 hours later, 90 degrees, super hot. You get to the top of the mountain, snow. Bundle back up. Head down, windy, cold, bundle back up. Get to the bottom, super fucking hot again. So you're taking it all off again. And then you have cottonmouth, unbelievable cottonmouth from the dry air. Add that to the altitude sickness because we are up and down, up and down. 12,100 feet or something was our highest climb. And then, of course, there's the sunburn. And Ben still has the tan line ingrained. It's like a tattoo across his arm from the sunburn.
So I have no idea how much time we have left, but we had a few random things. You start, right?
Yeah, sure, I'll start. Okay, we learned that marijuana dispensaries really do fund some beautiful roads.
Number 2, if you're standing in line at the shower truck and you run into your childhood dentist, it could be a good thing. You never know.
He was naked.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it wasn't good.
And I never even knew that shower trucks existed.
You can buy pizza meals with shots of whiskey.
And old guys really love bicycle tours, and they ride so much that their legs are really skinny and their bike shorts are baggy. So if you get to the point where your bike shorts are baggy, you know you're one of those cool old guys.
And we're done.
And we're done. Oh,
We really had a great time for all the fun we had.
Oh, wait, we do have one more.